What is up, everybody? Welcome to another SeemsGoodMagic video. My name is Sam, and I'm glad that you're here. So, it's game day this weekend, but we're going to focus a little bit on the draft format. The question I've been getting asked the most this week is, hey Sam, how should I draft this format? The pros were drafting Sacred Cats. You said Sacred Cat's terrible. And then I'm just like, hey, well, it's complicated. We're going to have to talk about it. So, we're talking about it right now. So, in my opinion, there are two ways to draft this format. There's the really aggro way you saw at the PT, and there's the beat aggro way you didn't really see at the PT, but I'm sure you've seen in some Twitch drafts of like famous people like LSV, or maybe some Twitter drafts like, you know, Travis Wu posting stuff on Twitter, things like that. So I'm going to cover those two ways. Now, what I need you to know is that the best way is going to entirely depend on whatever your metagame is. If you're at a store or if you're drafting online, it's going to be entirely different. If you're at a PPTQ, it's going to be different. If you're at a GP, it's going to be different, right? So it really depends on what people know. Now, at the beginning of this format, people were drafting super slow decks because the sealed format was super slow. And that's just how it is a lot of the time. There's nothing you can do about that. But as soon as people got into draft and started trying to draft the super slow decks, the hyper-aggressive strategies won. So if you're at a place, if you're on Magic Online and you know the meta there, or you're at a GP, or you're at a PPTQ top 8, or you're at a store where people are really paying attention to this kind of thing, you're probably going to want to draft the beat aggro strategy because they all know about the aggro strategy. Now, if you're at a normal LGS, I would say, a normal FNM, where let's say people don't know all the tips and tricks, or, you know a few of them, but it might only be their second or third draft of the format. It is the week right after the Pro Tour, after all. Well, then, in that case, I'm going to have to tell you just to go straight aggressive. Now, the two things about both strategies. The beat aggro strategy still has a lot of the aggro cards. In the beat aggro strategy, you still want things like the 2-1 for 1 in blue that comes back, Sacred Cats, Unwavering Initiates. You want things that can stop the barrage and that you can use in the late game. The difference between the two strategies is that the beat aggro strategy has a top end of the curve, and the aggro strategy has a lower curve and plays less lands. Those are the differences. So if you're in a meta that's in the know, beat the aggressive decks. If you're in a meta that's not in the know, be the aggressive deck. That's pretty much all there is to it. There's not going to be one way to solve this format. You're really going to have to figure it out. Luckily, I think they've created like a top 5 maybe format of all time. Love this format, not getting old. 30 drafts in, still enjoying it. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Hope you learned something today. Good luck at game day this weekend. If you are playing, let me know your draft experiences, and I'll see you next Wednesday.